Back to the main stage, game number 3, the lower bracket final, LGD going up against IG. IMW1 joined by Cinderin. Now probably a last game of the tournament to commentate as well, but also the last game to be done before the grand final. LGD versus IG. LGD, a team which nobody would have thought would ever have been in this kind of position. IG, a team which I had faith in. Gods has got faith in. I'm actually backing with him as well to say, you know what, the Australians are right, and I think IG are able to take this one, but they cannot let what happened in game 2 happen again. It's not really going to happen the same way because now is the anti-mage onto IG this time around. But Sind, game 3, LGD versus IG. I know you're backing a little bit of LGD in this one, and we do get a bit of a Chaos Knight action from them.
Yeah, this is a very direct counter by LGD to what IG has as a plan. The question is how much of a counter it really is, but they were not a single second in doubt with what they wanted to do. IG, they banned out Lycan, Naga, as well as Darkseer, the classic bans when the other team's first pick. LGD banning out the 2 Wooders as well as Scylla, and that means Rubik first pick for LGD. Instant response, pretty much, I think, was Invoker as well as Anti-Mage for IG. They don't want to play against Silas Anti-Mage again.
Yep.
And LGD will take Chaos Knight and Morphling, so getting double carry very early on in the draft here. And that can backfire hard when you give away this kind of information. But on the other hand, if they're very confident with it and know what they're doing, picking a Chaos Knight this early on used to be pretty common a short while ago, and it used to be very common in Dota 1 as well for the Chinese teams.
Yeah.
In this tournament, he's kind of lost out a little bit on being a super top pick, so that's why it's a little bit surprising for me right now to see LGD in a deciding game, to pick it so early. There must be a plan behind this that I'm not aware of just yet, and we'll have to wait and see what they go for.
Well, IG did ban out the CK during the 4th and 5th ban stage during the last game. So maybe it is just something that LGD do love to run. Of course, you are right, Chaos Knight. He used to be one of those early pick kind of things because he was so great for initiation. He would combo so well with anybody who had an extra stun, be it Ancient Apparition, be it Leshrac, be it any kind of option you really want to take. And in this scenario, LGD, they take it up, they grab the Morphling, they grab the Rubik, and we could possibly be looking at the 3 cores for LGD right now. They have banned out a lot of the junglers. Enigma is still in the pool as well. If LGD do really want to make this a full laning kind of game, maybe they'll ban out the Enigma as well. They do have first pick going into the next picking stage, so it might also be the option that they wanted. But as far as a coupling with their entire lineup, not quite sure, but they do already have Rubik, who has the possibility of stealing that Tidehunter Ravage, and that's going to be something very, very close to watch out for.
Yeah, it's definitely going to be one of the big spells for Rubik to steal in this game. Of course, apart from that, there's a lot of focus on Rubik stealing ultimates, and that can be really good. Sometimes it's doable, sometimes it's not. But apart from that, there's the Blink from Anti-Mage just to steal. An amazing spell for Rubik. Rubik's biggest problem is that he doesn't really have any sort of escape mechanism or any sort of HP. Well, you have one if you can steal it, right? So that's a possibility for him. As far as laning goes, you know, he's a powerful laner, can stand well against Invoker one-on-one mid. When he reaches level 6, he can just steal the Cold Snap as well, and then they can fight each other a little bit while being stunned all the time. And now Shadowy Shaman is going to be the ban for LGD. Almost instant ban for IG was the Queen of Pain, and the question is what LGD are planning now. There are a lot of supports in the pool as always, but which one do they want? They want to ban out Venomancer against IG, so a little bit worried perhaps about that Venomancer Tide combo that IG like to run, this double slow that's just so devastating early on. You can barely move an instant Leshrac pickup as well after that. Yeah. I don't know, but
CK Leshrac, man. CK Leshrac. And it's going to probably combine with Rubik as well.
I think LGD will go and fight this Anti-Mage on the lane.
Give us an aggressive try lane.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they will.
Yeah.
Else I don't really see that much point in this. But on the other hand, they could also play Morphling solo mid, farm the CK easy lane and have 2 carries. But then again, we could just have the reverse situation of the last game if they don't use their momentum in the game and have an Anti-Mage played by Joe who can do like Sylar did, perhaps not 100% as well, but 98% of Sylar or something, which should be more than enough as well. So then they need to make sure that it doesn't just become the last game just not going in their favor, but going for IG.
Well, IG, it is a difficult decision. Of course, you do know that so much of this draft affects the way the game unfolds in front of us. And you got to get your draft right. And in this game, it all comes down to one. All the games they've played up to this point, being selected, going through qualifiers, any of that kind of stuff, all the teams, they just know if you get to a point like this, 3v3, you've got to have a crack. Windrunner is the pickup now from IG. So look at their off-lane hero, and that does leave down one extra support hero to come up for IG, and that'll cap off their lineup. how LGD still want to go. Are we going to look at a core hero? Are we going to see Leshrac and Rubik going supporting Chaos Knight on that aggressive lane against the anti-mage? And who from IG can really stop that? What hero? The Enigma for LGD, though they have their farmer as well. That could also be their own lane. Mid-solo Enigma is not a bad thing, but it does kind of lead us down the lines here for LGD of almost just a dual lane on the off lane.
I could imagine them picking up a Vengeful Spirit now, but on the other hand, we haven't really seen IG playing that at all, so maybe they'll go and prefer something else.
And they got no aura stack for it either.
Sorry?
They got no aura stack. There's no nothing.
There's nothing.
Beastmaster still available.
Yeah, Beastmaster is there, but I'm pretty sure they're going to run that Windrunner off lane for YYF. And the reason Windrunner is a really nice pick here, we saw it earlier today in one of the Chaos Knight games, just those shackle shots just being really, really useful. And the problem for the Radiant lineup, that's LGD here, is that when they want to go into a fight, Chaos Knight kind of has to lead the charge. He's the only real initiator. Perhaps Rubik can get a telekinesis, but oh, wow, I can't wait to see this. But when Chaos Knight wants to open up, we're looking at two carries on LGD's squad that are very short range. One is melee and one is short range. So shackle shots are very probable to land when they're moving in. So that's going to be a nice pickup for that. Also, the evasive nature of Windrunner is very good against CK and Leshrac, for example. They pull him back, they land the stuns, then you run out.
Yep.
Tank up the damage, Windrun, get out of there. All right, this is going to be really interesting to watch. The last pick for IG is Lich, which in my personal opinion has been completely underpicked in this tournament, but we'll see how it goes for IG now. This is their last chance, this is the last game, and they will go for something unusual for the Chinese teams in this tournament, to say the least.
It's going to be for a middle lane?
It's going to be, by the looks of it, AM Lich lane. AM will be played by Joe. They've got Chuan playing as the Lich. Faith will be playing as Tidehunter. YYF on his Windrunner. And finally, the Invoker will be played by Ferrari. This is a treat for a lot of Invoker fans out there.
And then over towards LGD side, DDC will be taking up the role as the Chaos Knight. It was Yao onto the Rubik as well as DD Leshrac. It will be an aggressive tri-lane coming out from LGD. Sylar, solo mid Morphling, once again pulling those resources. They might look for a first blood if they can really try and attempt it. And ward's already been popped down here by the Rubik. Down our bottom lane will be our final hero, and it will be Zhao 8. It'll be going that bottom lane solo Enigma. So I'm happy, going to see a lane, which is something which we were wondering if IG was going to do. Were they going to try and shut down the anti-mage of LGD? They didn't, it didn't work, and now double damage as well to start off with here from DDC. He will enjoy this one. He'll give it to Leshrac as well, or someone with range attack. That way he can get in close, he can get the stuns, but the right clicks keep on flying.
Yeah, and this is a very interesting decision making by IG, and I think LGD already know what's going to happen, so they've already sent double range in the mid lane. Yao will be playing as support on his Rubik because of this. He probably would have played support top anyway, so never mind that actually. But yeah, in the mid lane, the double range, they're just going to go very hard on Joe. They want to drain all his regen. Lots of damage being done already. He will blink out. But before we get too much into the game, Toby, we need to get the crowd to cheer a bit for the teams. Who's cheering for LGD to meet Na'Vi in the grand finals?
I know they're the favorites of this crowd too. What about for the guys who came from below, IG?
Sounds a little bit more even than in the last game. Maybe LGD gained some fans from that last game they just played. At least Sylar probably didn't lose his fan base in that game with the Anti-Mage. I would be very surprised if that was the case. Anyway, let's see.
I think anybody can lose Sylar's fan base. He'll always buy a new one with his CS.
Just farm up a new fan base, man. All right, let's have a look at this mid lane. This is going to be the most interesting lane right now, I feel, because IG, they're banking a lot on this mid lane by putting a Lich here together with Anti-Mage to try and lock down this. And Joe does realize what Yao is planning on doing here. This is a really interesting play from Joe to go down and check this pull. He knows that Yao is pulling the mid lane. This is something you can only do on the Radiant side, which is very powerful in certain situations, such as this one, where there is a dual lane mid. Pulling this mid can be so crucial to the mid hero Sylar here playing on the Morphling. They can get an advantage from this if Yao keeps doing it. It's almost impossible to prevent it.
Considering how much farm they're losing by just having Lich sacrificing what he is, it's already shutting them down here in the mid lane. Sylar thinks about having a little bit of fun with him, because you got to remember now too, level 2, now we're going to go again on Joe. Right-clicking him down, and he instantly blinks away, even without having that waveform from Morphling coming out. He is just fearing that damage, which will force him to pop that salve, which he wants to hold on for as long as possible. The middle lane is out of consumables. Chorn buys another set of tangos because they just need it. They're taking too much damage, which is kind of hilarious considering Lich is supposed to control that lane so damn well. the invis room by DD. This could be the setup for our first blood right now. For Zhou, there was a ward watching him pick it up, and that's the reason why he's hanging just a little bit further down the lane and never stop moving when you know there's an invis stunner on the map.
On the other hand, that means Choen can't really go forward and sacrifice. He could sacrifice the range creep if he wants, but it looks like he's going to hold on to his sacrifice for now. And just the presence of DD here, although Joe isn't sure he's there, he has a feeling he is, and he can't really go and take this farm right now. So the mid lane, LGD are going to get some nice advantage out of this for the while the invis rune lasts. And up on top lane, DDC is trying to do what he can. This top lane is going to be something to watch out for as well. It's actually something very unusual. Invoker kind of dual lane here with a Tidehunter. They can do so much damage with that Cold Snap with Tidehunter Gosh on as well. Just hit very, very hard on the back of DDC, and he needs to be careful. DD now out of position as well. Faith spots him.
Faith found him, so one Gush, but look at the rotation already coming from Ferrari. He's got Cold Snap as well, but I don't think Faith is going to catch up to him really in time. He wants one Anchor Smash, but Sean's going to come in. There goes your Frost. Eating damage might be there, and Joe's going to come in. One last right click. IG starts off. And Sylar already trying to wiggle himself back towards that lane.
Such a good play by Ferrari to realize he can actually make it down there. He had to make such a long run, but knows that the cast range of Cold Snap is so big that he can cast it from up the choke and drop it down there on the Leshrac. And big first blood as well. We were talking about the importance of the mid lane, and Joe, he gets that soul, sorry, not the soul ring. Don't worry, he's not that kind of anti-mage. He gets the ring of health, and that's all he needs in this mid lane now. Now he can sustain the harassment. He has the poor man's shield, and with the ring of health, it's going to be almost impossible to keep him in check.
Just want to also talk about one lane which we haven't talked about at all, and that's the Windrunner down on the bot lane. YYF is there. Oh, hello, Blink. Joe as well as Sylar making a run for the runes. Double damage shoot from Sylar.
Wow,
like,
he's hitting
come
hard.
on, give us a go, man. Give us a go.
I don't think Joe wants to take this fight.
No, he doesn't.
Just
But the Windrunner on the bot lane, 19 for 7 on YYF going up against an Enigma. And it's Enigma who's trying to deny as much as possible down there. It's a great lane here for YYF.
It's amazing. Windrunner is one of the best heroes in the game against Enigma on the lane just because of the sheer power of Power Shot, so it lives up to its name in this lane at least. I mean, these conversions from Enigma, conversion is what makes Enigma a strong laner. They help him, whatever Enigma is, it's an Enigma. Help Enigma last hit. Yeah, the thing.
Undescribable.
Yeah, we've had this talk sometimes before about what Enigma really is. That's an Enigma, that's why we don't know. But yeah, I mean, the Power Shot, the farm, he will prevent these Eidolons from really making a big impact on the lane because the Power Shot just almost instantly destroys them, then he can right-click them easily, and if they fight him back, he has the Wind Run. So what does Enigma really do on this lane against Wind Run? It's so hard. And
DDC,
like said,
man. Cold Snap damage already on the top.
Look at the damage, yeah.
He wants to get in close, but it's instantly forced back, and he was lucky not to get stunned by the Centaurs, who are also being pulled.
So far, so good for IG. I have to say they're looking very good on all their lanes. This laning decision so far has been working out wonderfully for them. 1,000 on the XP and as well.
Mid lane, Sylar, trouble. Waves away. Frost plus Joe just jumping on him. Actually, it wasn't even a jump from Joe. He got 1 point in blink, and it was not a cooldown.
He just ran in and got a single hit on him, and Morphling can't really stand on this lane anymore. It's a big deal. Even Rubik Morph is going to have trouble against this lane at this point, especially because of the first blood. They did whatever they could to lock down Joe in that mid lane and at least force him to use gold on regen. Then he finds that first blood top, and then all their work has just been in vain with that ring of health picked up. And he's not scared of anything. You can see he's even going in and looking for Yao at the pool. He knows there's nothing that can take him down right now. Joe just really being a pestilence to Yao, forcing him out of XP range. And then blinking across, I think he knows that the rune is bottom, and it is correct. They have a ward up top, so they know the rune is bottom. Looking for the haste here for Joe. Is he going to use that for a kill bottom? He's even going to take it. He's going to leave it to YYF. He's running bottle on his side right now.
He's going to get back in the mid lane, try and stop Sylar as well as Yao. I think just pushing on the tier 1 tower. Meanwhile, up on the top lane, watching Faith as well as Chorn as well as Ferrari. They've just been doing great pulling. DD's trying to get in close to get any kind of experience. Same with DDC, but they just can't pick anything up. Like, we look up towards that top lane, you got Leshrac at 2 for 3 and CK 13 for 3. Going up against an Invoker who's managed to pick up 24 for 6. Even Tide's walking around with 11 for 1. He's having a great old time up there, giving an experience advantage of over 1,000 gold already and bumping his way pretty fast out of 1,500. Same with the gold IG. This is that hot, beautiful deny in the middle lane, shut down the Morphling, and then keep those pulls going on the top. It looks like there is a Radiant Ward in position, so they're not going to be able to do as much as they wanted to, but Sylar already waving himself away. Yao going to pull him in a little bit closer. Fable as well, so no damage really going to come out from any mage if he does want to jump again.
Pretty sure he doesn't know. Hearing a cold snap up top, doing some harassment damage on DDC as well as Ferrari. But Ferrari's doing so well here. He's playing in lane 1 versus 2 with Tide pulling, and he has this. He's out farming the CK. He has twice his CS with 2 heroes against him, and Leshrac is finding absolutely nothing up here. DD only just cracked level 3, 7.5 minutes in on a dual lane. This is really not going LGD's way, and IG just completely caught them by surprise, just showing the power of that Lich pick to force them to redo their lanes, and they just don't really have the option. I'm not sure what they should do right now for LGD. Maybe an Enigma gang could make the difference.
But if they leave Windrunner, well, actually, it doesn't matter. Windrunner's already got so much farm, it's not funny.
Super
51 for the Windrunner on the bot lane. And they are going to, well, I think Sean was looking for a couple of levels, but the Rubik is going to harass from the high ground. So he can't go through the river safely. And Joe sits here in the middle lane, continuously farming again. And he might just buy his straight treads, unless he does want to rush that Battle Fury. Faith.
I'm not really sure what Joe wants at this point.
Faith thinks about the gush. There's Cold Snap plus Tornado to set up.
Yeah, and even a third spell as well if he can morph into that triple wax.
YYF getting Malphus done up, goes on the wind run, now going to be pulled back by Rubik. Needs to keep on moving. The TP support is going to come in for him. Fade Bolt, ooh, he had a bit of a flinch back again. He's got 4 stick charges. Now there goes the Gush with the Cold Snap. Angus Match as well. 4 seconds stun there on Faith. EMP is going to burn a bit, but might not be. No, it's not enough. DDC able to walk away.
And Sylar runs into that EMP, but he doesn't really care. He has the regen in his bottle. And it looks like we're seeing a lane switch up for LGD, but it might be just too little too late. 9 minutes in, the Morphling has 31 CS only. Compare it to the Windrunner with 55 and Invoker with 35, but actually Anti-Mage doesn't even have more on this mid lane. They kind of had the same. Both of them have really subpar farm.
But IG already feeling pretty confident with what they've got. The middle lane might be pretty even, but that Windrunner has just tipped so many scales that's not funny. And the fact that it's 1 kill already to IG as well gives them an even bigger advantage. Nothing has happened for LGD. They've got no big burst of income. The Enigma, he's done a pretty good job at 39 for 11. Sometimes you expect a little bit faster to come out from the Enigma because he is in the jungle, but he was forced to be on lane. He was trying to go for the denial kind of way, and it was just well played by Windrunner. Well played by Windrunner in the end. So 10 minutes in, IG hold the advantage, and Anti-Mage does buy straight treads. So he doesn't go Battle Fury Rush.
Yeah, he's going for a little bit of a combat build here. I think we might perhaps even see the Vanguard if he feels like he's not getting enough farm for fast Battle Fury. Because when we see the Battle Fury, it's like always on Anti-Mage is that you play easy lane because he gets so much free farm that he gets the Battle Fury fast. But this time he's very far from it. I think we might see Joe just going for a Vanguard build because the Battle Fury is going to be so late that he can't really farm up enough to be able to fight when he's needed for his team. But we will see. It depends on how passive the game becomes in the next 10 minutes. If LGD start taking the fight to IG, Joe might have to go for that Vanguard. But now they're giving him the easy lane by the looks of it. They're done with this. Invoker will probably swap in there. Ferrari, he's got a lot to bring to that mid lane. Level 8.
I'm wondering if they're even going to swap it. Give Chorn some time. Let him get to that level 6. And you know the engagement, they want to do it on the top lane. There's 3 heroes waiting for it. Enigma trying to go on YYF, gets a nice little Malphus done. Secondary one as well. Doesn't want to dive that town too much. The creep wave isn't really pushing that fast for him. And now more conversions created to try and get some damage on this T1 tower. Fortification pops off from IG. TP support is going to come in. Shackle flies. Nice shackle by YYF. And big power shot through DD. Ferrari's going to come in. They didn't know he was going to make that trip. Now Pink also TPing in. Wonderful tornado. Picks up Yao. Gush picks up the Leshrac. Angus Smash onto Yao as well. And the power shot by Windrunner. YYF, he is on fire this game.
Yeah, so far the MVP of the game with that Windrunner, getting so much farm and then landing that shackle shot. Being the MVP 11 minutes in with 3 kills is kind of whoever makes the big move, you know, but so far he's been doing absolutely tremendously in this game, and it's kind of already making me think of the first game with his Brewmaster. This guy's just completely on fire today. And Invoker, good play by Ferrari as well, TPing in at the right time, or even running. I'm not sure which of the two he did, but the Tornado landing completely like it should, getting the 2 heroes, getting the 2 kills, and meanwhile, AM is now getting the free farm lane as well, so I think this is looking very good for IG if they keep it up. I don't even know how big an advantage they have. There's more than 3k experience and 3k gold with only a 3-0 12 minutes in, this Lich is just working wonders for them.
Yeah, it is. And because he's level 6 now too, so if LGD want to go in for a big team fight, you got to remember it was a little bit of a change around originally when Dota 2 came out in his beta form, or was early beta form. The Lich Ultimate, it wouldn't stun the Enigma until the Lich Ultimate hit him, and that got changed around. The second you cast Lich Ultimate goes back to what it was in Warcraft 3, is an instant stun, and Enigma's got to look out for that one. When he wants to pop that black hole, he's got to look for Lich, he's got to look for Windrunner, he's got to look for Tidehunter, he's got to look for so much.
And AM's ultimate even also goes through BKB, so there's 2 BKB counters on the Dire side. Should Xiao 8 go for a BKB after his mechanism, so it's going to be very, very hard to land a good black hole in this game.
Faith and Sean. So they're going to rotate, more than likely come up behind that T1 tower on the top lane. Get a kill for Zhou, and he is going to go Battle Fury. We see him
now by the broadsword. Now it's final. He will go the Battle Fury.
Boy, they're going to come in from the front. Well, they might try to dive in behind the tower. Goes for the gush. Now Zhou got to keep burning that mana. 4-second stun on the anti-mage. Double TP coming in. Rihanna pulls him in a little bit closer. Blinks away to safety. Now Legion flies on down. Split it up and stays inside the creep wave. But look where Enigma had to go in. And one creep will block. No, he won't. He'll convert it to fight for him.
Still force the 2 TPs up there, IG, and the question is if they can get some sort of rotation going and try to claim something else. I mean, YYF down the bottom lane now is now standing as a level 10 Windrunner against a level 4 Leshrac, 13 minutes in. He couldn't care less. He can instantly kill DD.
He's looking for the shackle.
A power shot now could do the job.
He's in the trees. He knows it too, and he knows that Rubik is down here too. If he gets himself a double shackle, is that another?
DD's just so scared he's getting out. I mean, this is not a situation you want to be in as a support Leshrac. The big problem for them is the way you support Leshrac usually works is you get like level 3 or 4, then you start pushing towers with your easy lane because of Edict. But they're playing it as an off lane with CK, and they can't really use this Leshrac for anything right now. If they don't get a very good fight so he can get some levels, he's going to be food for the Dire side. They have lots of nukes, they have an anti-mage, and he has 600 hit points.
Yep. Easy to ease through. In the meantime, Ferrari having a great old time in the mid lane too. Getting a lot more space to farm up, and he's now going to pop that 60. At this point, there is only one hero that is farmed more than Anti-Mage and Invoker, and that is the Enigma. And you got to remember, that's also jungles. So, doesn't really count as much.
Yeah.
The richest people on the map right now
ruthless out farm by IG.
Yeah. There's massive lane control against LGD. Like, it shouldn't happen.
Completely took them by surprise here. I think IG really figured out that LGD wanted to go for this trial lane challenge off
Bot lane, man. Bot lane.
That Lich was just so good for them right now.
Wait for the shackle. Sean no ulti, but Invoker, Tornado plus Cold Snap. Ravage is up on Tide.
He's just feeding YYF these Eidolons. I'm not sure. Like he wants him to get a lot of gold right now. Xiao 8 a little bit uncautious with his Eidolons, and he needs to be more careful. I mean, YYF, he's got phase boots and mechanism now.
Well, not full mech just yet. Was that flying? That can't be flying out to him now. No.
Oh, he's got the gold for it. He just needs to buy it.
But then again, so does the Enigma. Enigma now buying up his mech. Having Soul Ring and Ring of Basilius.
But he's an Enigma.
That's true.
And at the same time, I'm not really sure where all YYF's gold went, because, yeah, face boots, but I still think he should have more. He also has Bottle and Wand, remember, so he's got a lot of stuff on that Windrunner, actually. The Enigma, like you say, Basilius and Soul Ring doesn't cost the same as face boots, Bottle and Wand, for sure. Now Joe, up on top, he's getting close to the Battle Fury. He's still about 1,300 off, I think, so it's going to take him a little while to get there. But once he does, we know how it goes with Anti-Mage, especially when his team is winning already. He feels so confident just farming.
Yep. And there's the last tip for Windrunner. So YYF gets a T1 tower.
Tower trade-off. Yep. LGD gets it in mid. Xiao 8 on the Enigma.
Joe, man, he's got to be really careful just how aggressive he wants to be against Sylar. He might be up half a level on Sylar, but Sylar's got some good burst damage and AM does not.
Sylar pops the Invis rune.
Agi.
I don't really find anything.
Dire's middle tower
just rotating towards middle lane. They've still got this great ulti combo between Faith and Sean. I think they're desperate to use. They similarly used it before. AKA Lich was the other one who got his ulti off, and Tide was like, well, I'm not in position for it. Which he can't do. He hasn't got Blink Dagger. This isn't now our Tide from last game. The Arcane Blink Dagger, where did he get all that from?
Yeah, he's very far from that.
We've got 4 stuff up from Ferrari, and maybe that will be all they really need. push Faith into the mix.
Very true, and Ferrari is also known for playing a different kind of play with the force staff. It's something very, very few competitive players actually master, but Ferrari is kind of the pioneer of using the force staff very aggressively. At least in Dota 2, we haven't seen it used that much as a pusher to push enemy heroes in. You rather use it to escape and for that passive use to just save yourself or an ally. But Ferrari, he loves going for that force staff into Orchid build where he just pushes somebody in and silences him, and there you go in the middle of the fight without any spells. Enjoy. Going to just destroy him then, and we'll see if it's Ferrari's choice this time around as well to get the Orchid. Could be a nice pickup against a hero like Chaos Knight, who needs to get those spells off to really be effective. Once you silence him off for 5 seconds, he's going to do absolutely nothing. Attack. Especially with that kind of farm DDC has. He's only got 44 CS on his Chaos Knight. It's not looking good.
It's the courier return to pop the smoke off for IG. And Zhou continues to farm up more. He is now one Void Zone away from his Battle Fury. It's a little bit later. And are they going to go in for Roshan? No, they are drawing the line to go down into the LGD jungle. And they'll look down towards DDC. He's the one farming on the bot lane. He's the only one they can see right now. They might have thought maybe we'll find an Enigma. But will they catch Chaos Knight out?
He's very dead right now.
Yeah, he should be. He should be.
Like
Power
really,
shot,
really
cold snap, right click. He's trying to get one stun off, one ability off. He couldn't even pop one right click. IG just locked him down.
And he was trying really hard to use the Phantasm, and they just kept chain stunning him with that cold snap, and the long cast point of Chaos Knight disallows him from using it at that point here.
YYF just getting a little bit of aggression from Sylar, and he's decided to answer some back. And now that is...
It's been a very long time since we've seen a farmed Windrunner. What's the last time you can remember that? It used to be pretty normal. It used to be pretty normal, but now it seems like it's been years, but which it hasn't. But seems like it's been a long, long time since we had a Windrunner with this kind of farm, because usually on the offlane you don't really get anything. But with the laning setup this game, YYF gets to showcase what a farmed Windrunner can do.
That he can, man. That he can. 4-point shackle, 4-point Windrun. Well, actually, no, he put different points up. He put a lot more points into stats. So he's only got 3 points into that Windrun.
He's only level 11. He's got 443.
Yeah. That makes sense.
No points to stats.
That makes sense.
Do your math.
That adds, yeah.
All right.
1+1 is...
more than you would think. Joe, Battle Fury in 10 gold. It's a 20-minute BF. That's like the slowest Battle Fury we've seen in the tournament almost. But that's because of the laning
harsh,
decision.
isn't it? And Morphling waves in, thinking about going on Sean, but Joe just removes so much of Sylar's mana, getting frosted up too. He uses stick charges, but now he's strength morphing. Now he is out of mana. Joe, oldie, not going to pop, but DDC comes in.
Top tower has fallen.
Yeah, the thing about the slow Battle Fury, it's nothing against Joe. It's just the way they put up the lanes right now and how they've chosen to go about this game. Will get the slower Battle Fury, but they've been farming so much in the Windrunner as well as Invoker for it, so it could be a good investment at the end of the day. And Joe is going to buy it up now, the 20-minute Battle Fury, and now we know how the farm starts off for the Anti-Mage. It's not going to have the same impact as, you know, if you have it 9 minutes earlier, obviously, but it's still good enough if the game stalls up. It's what I was saying, if IG don't need to fight, it's the best pickup, and now he buys the Quelling Blade. It's what we often see as well. Increasing that damage against creeps by 32%, so he can just farm even faster with his Battle Fury Quelling Blade now. And he can even sell it back afterwards for half price, so it's like 100 gold he invests into this farming speed.
Man, it's better than a StarCraft 2 bunker.
Let's see what happens down the bottom. Deny by IG. They're getting everything is going IG's way right now. 4-0, they've denied the tower. They've taken towers, they've got the farm. Their lanes worked out correctly. They've got such a big advantage right now. And LGD, they're looking for something.
Yeah, they're going to find something as well.
Oh,
sure, they knew with their Battle Fury you'll start farming. They've got to get this initial stun.
Gets the stun.
2-second stun. Telekinesis as well, pulling him down, and they do kill him off very, very fast.
For LGD.
But support's coming in. EMP Tornado right on top of DD. He is gone before the burning is effect. So it's still a 1-1 trade, but it's the anti-mage who was traded by IG.
This ice ain't nice, man. It's not nice. Chuan means business with his Lich. And maybe they're going to try to push this top tower, and I'm not sure if they're going to be able to. They still have the Ravage up their sleeve, but on the other side we have LGD with the Black Hole as well as Mechanism ready. Mechanism for Windrun as well, so that kind of evens out. But just popped it now to heal everybody up.
But then you got Force Arms, you got Shackles, you got Mechs, you've got Arcane Boots, you've got Urns up on Lich, you got Lich's Ultimate up.
And you've got Ferrari in gold.
And you got Ferrari Poker, yeah.
which is something
just for that fact. Like a normal Invoker doesn't have the same threat level, but a Ferrari Invoker has a higher threat level.
There's so many good Invoker players, but I mean, at least I guess you've got to say if one guy takes the prize, it's probably Ferrari, closely followed by X. Or maybe they're tied. They're both very, very, very adept at using this hero. But Ferrari was the first one that really got very well known for having this as a signature hero in Dota 1. I think there's been a lot of movies made of his Invoker, and everybody just remembers how he was completely destroying the Chinese Dota 2 scene with his Invoker in the beginning. Invented the phase boots build with the Blades of Attack first to get the fast phase boots. The movement speed Wex build when everybody else was playing something different. He kind of the style that most Invokers play today was kind of invented by this guy, so of course he'd better be good at it himself, right?
Yeah, well you'd hope so. So we're going to see out from Sylar as his next item. Now we're going to have BKB going to come out from the Morphling. Over towards Atlas Shrek as well. We've got double Bracer. All he wants to do is live during these fights and drums up on Chaos Knight with his Strength Threads and Magic Wand. Very little for him. Enigma, he does have the Mech Soul Ring and 1,700 gold, so what could also be a pipe coming out from LGD. Looks like we're still trying to work towards that 4-star from Rubik. He needs that 900 gold for the recipe.
It's funny to see how much farm Xiao 8 is getting. He's actually keeping up with the Anti-Mage so far in this game. Anti-Mage will get ahead. He has a Battle Fury now, but it's big farm on Enigma right now that we can't deny, and never forget how powerful a farmed Enigma can be.
Tornado catching up the Enigma, EMP as well. Actually catches down 2 just then. Both DDC and the Ravage by Faith. Lynch element absolutely perfect in. They still don't have enough to pick up DDC. And support is coming in very, very fast. But depending on the chase by LGD, they could be careful where those shackles will fly.
Dire's top tower
But big Ravage, big
attack.
ulti, big Tornado by Ferrari again.
Goes to show how powerful Phantasm is. They actually only lost one hero there. DDC managed to get away because the Chain Frost bounced on the Phantasm instead of him a couple of times, and then he was able to get out at the end. But, I mean, these kind of ganks, if they keep coming from IG, they're just building an advantage. Anti-Mage is not even participating in it, so he just keeps getting this free farm going. He's out farming the Morphling more and more every minute. A moment ago he was tied with Enigma, now he's already 13 CS ahead, and it's just going to continue going like this until we get a scenario similar to last game. Not as extreme because he got a later Battle Fury, but he's still going to get the big farm up. And one thing about Lich that we didn't even talk about yet is his impact later on in the game. I've said about late game that what really matters in late game is like its disables, its armor, and its damage. And Lich, with that Frost armor, has that 9 armor bonus for every single ally, plus the Frost effect that's going to work on Chaos Knight. It's going to play a big role if this one goes late, that they have Frost armor. And now LGD trying to take up this tower. Want to put some pressure.
They should be able to force it. The Tornado does fly. EMP will remove a little bit of the mana. Doesn't hit anyone. They're all out. Shackle again. Just flies down DDC, but they don't want to come in too close. At the same time, Anti-Mage is doing exactly what Sylar did to IG. Side lane pushing, looking to bring down the towers. The problem for Zhou is he doesn't have that mana style up as fast as we saw coming out from Sylar, so he can't do as much damage as fast. So tower goes down against IG, but no trade.
Yeah, the real trade they actually took was the kill that they found with the big combo before IG with Chain Frost and Ravage. But with those 2 abilities down, LGD know that they're looking really strong in a team fight, so they take this mid tower for nothing, like you say. So, and interesting to see Sylar's build as well. He's got BKB first on the Morphling. He realizes he will have to fight with his team and can't really go in without having this BKB up. So it's funny to see that this used to be like done in every single game with Chinese Morphlings, and Europe just refused to do it, get this BKB first on Morphling. But Sylar is doing it in this game. It's a little bit old school. In this tournament, the general first item build has been to go like either Linken's or the Ethereal Blade. But Sylar with the BKB this time around. What were you smiling so much at? You were smiling really hard.
No.
You weren't smiling?
No.
It's good
Yeah,
if you're
I was almost smiling, man.
It's fine if you're happy. I don't mind.
I'm with the International. Why wouldn't I smile? Smoke game by IG. We're going to get Ferrari now with a haste rune, so get that Invoker running fast.
Dire's top tower
And
is
get
under
him
attack.
running into absolutely nothing but grass and a pathway.
Man, you kill those flowers. You kill those flowers. But they might use Zhou as Zhou as bait. T2 tower on the bot lane. And they can do it. In fact, they're just going to say stop it. Let's just go in. They're taking tier 1 tower on the top lane. They're all up there. No one's down here. So we're just going to focus fire down this tier 2 tower. Fortification was already used before when they went on the tier 1 tower. And there goes tier 2. And IG won't stop now. LGD must TP back to defend this. Chaos Knight's already here. He's only got 1 level up in Phantasm. And IG, all they want to do is just show themselves. Now they'll TP out. So tier 2 for tier 1. And in fact, 1 TP being cancelled. The Tide cancelling his TP.
And now you've got to say right now, I mean, DDC on this Chaos Knight is definitely not getting anything done, really. This pick so far has not worked out for LGD at all, and I was a little bit concerned when I saw it as a second pick for LGD. I was like, if they get this so early on, they definitely have a plan with it, and their plan was to challenge, but that Lich counter pick has just left DDC completely without a goal in this game. His goal was to lock down the anti-mage on the lane, but with that lane completely placed differently, was placed in the mid. DDC kind of lost his purpose there in the top lane and just got crushed instead by this Invoker and Tide combo. So DDC right now, it's going to be a tough situation to sit in with a CK without any farm at 28 minutes. This hero is so heavily farm dependent to do something. I mean, the rest he's got is a stun, which is nice, but then there would be better heroes if he's just a stun.
Yeah, then this not really support CK. That's not the reason you picked this guy up.
Definitely not.
But he is going to get that Ogre Club at least, so that's at least a little bit more life to run around with. But he has no damage. It's the beauty of him having either a big BKB to stand during the fight or the Manta style. So when he does decide to push and has what he really wants is that level 11, the 2 points up in Phantasm. 3 is really where he wants to be. But 2 points in Phantasm is the really time when Phantasm starts to do a lot more. And then you can jump in, then you can use all your illusions. And they all come in, Manta Style as well as Phantasm, when you go Reality Rift. And they're going to see Faith here in the middle lane. But we've got not only the Tide under ultimate, we've got Ferrari on full mana, Joe's there with Manta Style plus Battle Fury, starting on the tower, already jumping away. Not really feeling the magic in this one. YY are going to come in. Nice hold in there by Yao. And for Ferrari.
Big kill.
Big kill going down now.
Big
BKB.
misuse of BKB though there by Sylar. Didn't really seem necessary at all to pop this BKB for him.
Well,
so at least that's the consolation prize IG gets,
Roshan.
but I'm not sure they can pull this off.
They can try, man.
Trying to force the rebuy from Ferrari, I think, might be able to do so as well if they get worried that Roshan will go to... Nah, they're not even trying. They want to head down bottom. They know Joe is getting so much farm that they want to at least force him away from the lane. Do so successfully as well. That's the stun. Wait, oh, they're actually going to get...
Manta Style. And stun is the king.
Or cancel TP there from one of the Dire supports.
Shackle might be able to latch here by YYF. If he can get himself into a nice range, Power Shot will fly first. And there's only a Dire creep wave. There's no Radiant creep wave here. So it will be a hero latch if YYF could have got it. And then Lich Ultimate, Tide ravages the rest of it behind, but Ferrari only now just respawning and phase booting himself, running as fast as he can down towards that bot lane.
Yeah, and it's a good point. The Lich Ultimate has so good synergy with the double Shackle Shot. If you latch 2 heroes together, that Lich Ultimate is just going to bounce back and forth and do 1,000,000 damage. There's nobody who can handle this kind of pressure that early in the game unless you have BKB up. It just does... Arguably, Chain Frost is one of the ultimates in the game that deals the most damage. The problem is you can't really rely on it because you're not sure where it's going to jump in the fight, but there's only 2 targets and they're locked together.
Power shot. I thought he might have been looking to shackle up Sylar, but he power shot to have a bit of a look through now. 3 seconds stun on the wrong one. Shackle will latch up the CK. EMP will go too. So CK, he's not even a stun right now. He's completely out of mana.
And this tower's down.
Yeah, they can't defend it.
LGD know it.
So they'll let it fly. And what was just stolen by Rubik? Shackle flies but doesn't latch. He stole Blink.
I think he was happy he stole Blink.
I would agree. He does have 4 stuff though, so we might have been able to get himself away a little bit faster.
That's possible.
And now Roshan for IG.
Yeah, and everybody's frost armored up. They've got Ravage ready. They've got Quaswex and Volk in position. This is going to be so hard for LGD with their lineup to deal with them. I think it's going to be a big mistake for LGD to even try and take this fight right now, but it looks like they will do it. Ferrari's just, I don't even think they're going to make it on time, to be honest. Joe's just doing so much damage.
Now Telekinesis is going to pull the Tide. He's still up on the high ground, and Nima won't get in. Morphling. Yeah, you're right, man. No time. IG take Roshan.
And they find the opening, and this is looking so much IG right now that it's unbelievable. They're 7.5k ahead on the XP, almost 10k. Gold is 5, and Joe, his farming quest has just begun.
It begins though. It begins and will continue and will speed up.
But there is an end to the farming quest.
Then there is. It's
full
called
inventory.
6 items.
Full inventory and 10,000 gold.
That's the end? That's a long way away. Even with Joe's farm rate, that's
he
still a
can-
long way
He
away.
could get that in 20 minutes. He's got some good farm going his way at least right now. 3,800 gold on top of that Manta Style that he got like 5 minutes ago or something. He got a late Manta Style like we talked about because he got the Battle Fury so late, but he's been maximizing it as much as possible right now.
But he also didn't get any kills as well. Like, he's 1 for 1.
Yeah, that's
So-
the reason he doesn't have more than this, which is more than enough for now though. I mean, the farm of Anti-Mage is just completely brutal when you get into this scenario.
I'm wondering what Sean is building for. He's got
BKB.
1,800 gold.
This
on
is
the
a
ledge.
big item for Xiao
It's
8,
gonna
but
be a
like
big-
I said, it's very case dependent in this lineup because there's 2 counters on the dire side. There's Chain Frost, and there is that ultimate from Anti-Mage, the Mana Void, which will go through BKB and do the mini stun, both of them.
Yeah.
So Xiao 8 either needs to wait out those spells or need to catch the right guys in the black hole. He doesn't even have the Blink Dagger to try and set it up to get the right heroes in, so it's going to be very, very difficult. On the other hand, if he gets that money black hole and they can't break it, it's a 5-0 fight for LGD because they do have the damage. They are capable of bringing down these heroes in the dire side, I believe. But getting that black hole is it's almost like you're tempted to say that it's the only way for LGD back in this game is a black hole because they're losing every minute.
Yeah.
And they're not able to do anything about it. It's now 12k experience all of a sudden. 7.5 on the gold.
Joe's going to go hard. He's already got the recipe on him, so now he's just 1 vitality booster short of having a heart up against what's going to be a BKB Manta-style Morphling, which is not going to be enough.
No, when he has this heart, not even a black hole will
And
bring
when
him down.
Windrunner's going to have a Hex. When he is at 2,700, then he's got Hex. Ferrari looks like he's building towards Hex. Double, triple TP coming top. YYF to the tier 2 tower. And the rest of the tier 3 tower at the back. Shackle only going to latch up the replicas, not the real ones. Tornado will also not pick up the real ones. Now finally get rid of this replica CK. The DDC coming in range of the tower, copying a little bit of harassment from it.
That's all they're going to get. That is all they're going to get.
They want more.
They can't.
want more.
Oh man, LGD. This is so risky what they're doing right now.
Xiao Wei wants to go in with a black hole, but he needs to represent him up. They've got 2 points up in Phantasm, so they're like, yeah, let's go for it, guys.
I don't-
We've got no
oh,
creep
there we
wave,
go.
and there goes the blink in. And what was stolen is actually EMP, being stolen by Rubik this time around.
YYF, if he just gets 1 shackle shot, I swear Faith is going to be all over this with a Ravage level 2.
And Joe has just gone back to farming.
Oh, he can do so as well. He has a TP scroll, and he knows his teammates are just stalling them up anyway. There's no need for him to be here until the fight breaks out, and then he can easily TP in on time. It's going to be a lot of counter initiation from IG. There we go, DDC.
3-second stun on YYF, forced out away though. The EMP has very little effect on him. Now he might even think about a Shackle. Joe does make his move in. Guess wants to get rid of this replica. Shackle will fly up. Doesn't do a big stun, but it's enough for stun. Plus the deafening blast. They want to bring down DD, and they get him too. A little bit further down. Joe chasing down the Enigma. Body blocking him up for a moment. Got to keep these right clicks going. He does have the ultimate if he wants to. He's on low life. He doesn't need to use it. Body block him up. Keep those right clicks going. Now Faith, 1 Anchor Smash to do the job, and doesn't even need it. 2 heroes lost. And that's now also, he's going to go to the side shop. That's,
Showing
well,
what's to go. That's the heart.
yeah.
Yeah, this is getting out of control for LGD.
Just a little bit. 14k worth of experience going
It's
the way
funny,
of
it's
IG.
like an exact mirror of the last game for the same reason.
DDC.
The way they just beat IG, they're falling for it themselves almost. They're just the X factor in this game, and it's been really doing so much. Although you don't really see it on the scoreboard, that's the funny thing. I mean, he's 2-0-3 and has 21 last hits and 3 denies. It's nothing special, but that's because the denies aren't counted on the last hit. The sacrifice denies are just doing so much work for IG to win their lanes, and just get control of the map and just been dominating the whole game. I mean, this game hasn't been a game about ganking. It's been a game of map of lane control, and Lich just wins lane.
Yep.
That's how it is. That's the thing this hero does. That's the only reason you would pick this support over like almost any other support. It's because you want to win the lane. It's what he does.
what he
Chain
did.
Frost is good, for sure. You can work it out nicely with the Chronosphere or with some other setups, but there's just so many other supports that have more reliable stuff that is harder to evade, but that you can't evade the sacrifice. You're not in control of your crit wave.
Sheepstick is now completed for Ferrari. It's flying out to him on the courier as we speak. There's still a couple of tier 2 towers that IG have to get through before they can start thinking about going inside the base. And I'm wondering just how well IG are able to do that. Like, we're getting Sheepsticks up with a fantastic farm on Anti-Mage. 326 CS in the space of 36 minutes. Heart, Manta, Battle Fury.
I actually think Joe has been farming more effectively than Sylar did in the last game. from when he got the Battle Fury. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think Salah had like 350 CS at this point.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, and Joe has 332 now, but he got the Battle Fury like 6 or 7 minutes later. He's been farming out of his mind on this anti-mage.
He's been jumping from wave to wave, finding the Ancients. What we got scrolling now is the Blink stolen.
Just remember, this is what Joe was really as well known for in Dota 1. He was in particular known for doing it as Morphling, I think, but just getting so much farm. And he's not disappointing.
There's the Blink Dagger now up on Tidehunter. So Blink and Gems up for Faith. Chorn bought 4-star in the end with his money as well as plus the Magic Wand, plus the Tranquil Boots. That is one very rich Lich. And YYF, he is now, well, he's only 300 gold away from having a Sheep Stick. So it's going to be double Sheep Stick coming out from IG. So the lockdown and control up against LGD is just so high. And if Sylar doesn't get that BKB off, once the initial jump happens, then he is dead. They will keep him a chicken until he is dead.
Yeah, that's for sure. I mean, again, I said it before, but I think it's really funny how this game is like almost an exact copy of the last game, just the team swapped around. It's just Anti-Mage gets he didn't have that good start, but as far as the laning went, it was IG winning 3 lanes this time, and then if you win 3 lanes in this level, it's so hard to make a comeback, and LGD haven't been able to find the fights. On the other hand, they haven't been throwing away kills either. They're not dying for nothing generally on the map, but they just can't find openings because of the advantage IG has, and they're never going to give it away. When it's this important game, they're going to play it so safe and so smart that there's no way LGD finds an opening here, and the only way this a comeback for LGD again is going to be the black hole, but what are they going to do if IG don't even go fight?
I don't know, man. I don't know. All I know is that Sylar is trying to prepare himself the best he can for when that black hole hits. And oh man, Tornado, but not going to catch him out. That blink up on Yao. Out against himself back to safety. But Sylar, he's managed to buy up the Eagle Song, so he's going to TP back to base. If he wants to, he can buy up his full Butterfly. And in fact, he does do so he's going to buy it out for the fight. Now Zhou held in position. Maybe the Black Hawk come up from Enigma. There goes the Ravage as well. They might bring down Enigma in time. AM drops the elements, so they do. 2 down for LGD, and already the buyback by the Rubik. Wanting to get back into this fight. And IG, they will just keep the pressure on this lane now. Actually, no, they're not. They're going to go back. Tier 2 towers being pushed, and Zhou wants farm. 4k gold now up on him as well.
Yeah, he's getting out of control. It's going to be a battle butterfly for him soon as well. I think it's going to be his next item choice. That's what we generally see Anti-Mages go for at this point. I mean, there's nothing to stop him right now. The problem is that the Radiant lineup doesn't really have a counter as such to this Anti-Mage pick. They wanted the Chaos Knight to lock him down in the lane, but if that fails, there's absolutely no plan B. There's no Hex, there's no minus armor or anything to prevent Anti-Mage from just being completely immortal in these fights, and he even has the Aegis on top of that, so that's even more immortal. That's like immortal squared, this guy's. I don't know what you're going to do about it. And Joe is just continuing his farming crusade here in the bottom lane. LGD trying to get whatever they can up top. I mean, Sala's doing a good job, but it's mechanically impossible to farm as much as the AM is doing. And I think Sylar knows it, because he played it in the last game. It was exactly the same. They were playing Morphling against AM, and the AM was just, again, the victor of the last game, the big farmer.
That he was, man. That he was. And I think Zhou is now going to have a little bit of a play. If he wants to jump in towards that mid lane, at this point, LGD smoke up when they're having a bit of a fun. If they can catch out IG, got to look at Roshan up in about a minute. So if they manage to win this fight, LGD with a Roshan kill as well, maybe they can make some kind of magic happen.
It's the way to do it. They need to find a fight, and they need to get a black hole. That is the only recipe for success right here. DDC with the BKB on Chaos Knight. Now he's actually going to start being a factor perhaps in these fights, because now he can block the EMP tornado.
It's a good time to fight too. Ravage is still on cooldown for IG. And blink down by Zhou, already with the mag charge popping off. Sylar pops his BKB. They're going to pull Zhou back, getting enforcing and stun, force starving away. Hold him in position, keep that right click going, deafening blast. Won't push anybody back. Splitter stun. Zhao, he is currently turned into a chicken, and he is forced back as well.
And LGD using a lot of stuff for absolutely nothing here. Joe is full HP again. Hard region as well as an urn charge.
10 seconds Ravage. Less now.
And BKB's on cooldown.
Fighting TDC. Actually gets the nice stun. Then follow up with a Mallet stun. YYM Shackle won't latch out for anybody. Mini stun again. And now the big Ravage from Faith. Right through 2 of them. They've almost got the Enigma. AM only not going to get the kill. They'll turn around. Nice black hole. Anything he can do. But YYF. The cooks to kill him from arrangements. Invoker Chorn. Look at his own life in the river. 94. They're chasing down DD. Power shot. One right click. YYF will claim it. At the same time, the Ferrari and Faith team up to bring down the Chaos Knight. And Rubik blinks and TPs to safety, but 3 heroes on the sidelines. And this is free Roshan for IG.
Yeah, they lost the Aegis there because it simply ran out. Joe wasn't even close to dying in this fight, although LGD were... It's a horrible situation for LGD to be in. They try to go half, but don't really think they can kill him. And then they end up using spells, they end up using BKB, and trying to go in, not finding the kill on Joe. And with all that stuff down, IG, they know BKBs are on cooldown, they know they have the upper hand. They just go in, they get the kills, and now they're looking completely dominant. This is as big as a lead as you can get in a winner's bracket final. I think it's unbelievable how far they're ahead.
25,000 worth of experience, 14k worth of gold.
This is just IG.
413 last hits on the anti-mage for 42 minutes in. And he's going to keep on going fast now. Full butterfly, he buys up. And with the Aegis the Immortal, there's no risk for this one. Because even if he dies, he'll be able to blink himself away or just do the damage all over again because he's got Aegis the Immortal, he'll respawn.
Yeah, there's no way LGD will kill him twice, so the goal for them right now is to try and kill the others in the team fight. The problem is the Tide is just waiting outside the fight and just letting Antimage do whatever he wants.
Ferrari's building hard. He has a Reaver on him.
Oh man.
It's not even like Ferrari, which what he would normally do is like build up a Deso or something like that so he can right click a little bit. In this scenario, it's like, I just want to live during these fights.
He doesn't need to deal damage, so why buy it? Antimage is going to do the trick. It's just Ferrari needs to stay alive and get his spells off.
That is true.
Surprised he doesn't go for the BKB for that though. So many stuns on the Radiant side, and if those stuns are, if he's immune to them, then he can probably do whatever he wants. But fair enough, he's going to go for the heart. Probably buying a Vitality booster now as well. There we go.
Alright, so
where
IG,
was the secret shop again?
They're starting to line up here in the middle lane. So I think IG finally want to push on this last out.
I have finished farming. Joe is ready.
It only took 44 minutes to get there. Alacrity up him, and look at that tower. Tier 2 is nothing with an anti-mage that farms that hits that hard.
Radiant's middle tower has fallen.
The crowd screaming when he blinks backwards. Go forward! Go forward! There's a tier 3 tower that has your name written all over it. I'll even write your name over it. Z-H-O-U. This is yours. There's the pull in, BKB up on DDC. Look at the damage shows are standing there. They will get the kill on Lishma, force him away. Sala gets the kill. Maybe the black hole now, maybe something right now is 16 seconds on cooldown. Ravage will pop at the same time. Shackle up, and Rubik is held in place. This will be ragged, and this is GG! IG, you are going to the grand final! They will face up against Na'Vi. LGD, a team which dropped a grand total of 4 games, all of which happened today. Knocked them out of the winner's bracket and also eliminate them from the tournament. But they do get third position, $150,000 worth. But of course now, the big battle will happen in about 30 minutes time. Na'Vi will play up against IG for the international trophy, the defending champions. And IG, through the process of elimination, have been selected to represent. And look at this too, IG as well as LGD take a big bow on the stage. Great friends, great competitors. And IG, take a break, guys. We will be back shortly for the grand final. You'll want to stick around for that. In the meantime, back to Too Good and the boys.
So there you have it. IG will be advancing to the grand finals where they'll play Na'Vi in a best of 5. LGD beaten a lot today. I don't know if there could be any more beatings. They don't deserve anything. In terms of beatings, they deserve the 150, but they've just had such a...
This has
been... how horrible the must they have been in so many ways, just because they came out of the group stages absolutely amazing, and now, you know, since they've lost, there's a party going on, apparently.
Yeah.
Bruno, did you organize this?
Bruno's like, screw it, let's have a party.
People are celebrating the fact that the unbeatable have been beaten 4 times in one day. They finished 2 and 4 for the day, but it was a tough day. They do get 150k though, so they can't be too disappointed.
I mean, as far as LGD goes, they basically played, what, the two best teams in the world now.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, it's arguably LGD might still be better than one of them, but on this day they were not, and that's all that matters. I mean, you can't really ask for much more out of them. They played phenomenally for 6 games. They just didn't get it done.
I think the finals is a great matchup.
Oh,
Na'Vi
yeah.
versus IG, that's going to be a really aggressive game.
Yeah, I mean, I had IG again coming into the tournament. Unfortunately, I jumped off the train and onto the LGD train, and immediately it crashed into a wall. So I suppose I'm the kiss of death.
Yeah, luckily I jumped right on board that IG train with Toby as well. Predicted the IG win. Fantastic commentating from Toby. Great performance, and for me, for IG, it's been a real team effort as well. I mean, we mentioned LGD; they play well together, but there's a lot of unnoticed names in this IG team. We see Faith there on the Tidehunter. He plays these big AoE initiators, the Enigma, the Tidehunter, and he plays them damn well. YYF, that side lane solo specialist. That game he was on the Windrunner. The previous game he was on the Panda and Brewmaster. He has been a star. I can't stress enough. He's died like twice in the last 2 games.
Yeah, YYF MVP of this series for sure.
Bruno, are you agreeing with them or dancing?
I can't hear you. Do you want to borrow my pen?
Bruno's ready for a rave. That jacket, it's time for a rave.
Oh, God. All right, so, the grand finals are up next. That's all you guys need to know. We are actually, we're going to keep the panel open, apparently. We're going to stay here. Valve have asked us to make sure that there's at least a nice 30-minute break to make sure that the team that's just played has a break before the grand finals best of 5, because otherwise they would come in with a huge disadvantage just off fatigue. All the games today, even though it's not a longer day of games, it's a much more strained.
Watch those games?
Well, those games were long.
That was like a 5-hour best of 3. I'm sure Chuan is hungry by now.
Chuan's gonna.
That's true. Maybe. Who knows? Nebula, go show him your secret place, you stash food. But of course, yeah, it's just
right
those games, because they're so close, they really do fatigue you a lot quicker.
Oh man, you've
so
got to
the
be
30-minute break is definitely needed.
Definitely necessary. I mean, we want to get the best grand final we possibly can. We've got some amazing teams coming up here. IG, Invictus Gaming set.
Yeah, these
Some
guys are all
amazing
right.
teams coming up here. Did you just say that?
What did I say?
I don't really know.
Anyway.
I can't hear over the music.
IG are so good, taking on Na'Vi, last year's international champion. Of course,
Yeah.
IG, the Wonder Crew put together. You have 10 superstar names here. Faith, Zhao, Ferrari 430, YYF, Chuan, Light of Heaven, Arzart, Puppy, Dindy, and the other one. Woo!
I think there was like 7 names in there.
Let's see. Puppy, Dindy, Light of Heaven, Arzart, and
Havost.
Havost!
Havost.
Oh, Havost. Somewhere.
It's always the end of the day when this...
Yeah.
Bruno,
Yes.
anything to say
Somewhere
before we
Vilada's
go to a
crying.
break?
Yes. Let's go dancing. Come on.
All right, see you later, Bruno. You can go. That was
You can
fine.
actually go.
Yeah, don't worry about it, Bruno. Don't let us hold you
You're
back.
totally fine, man. Get out there. Get that banana going.
Good luck, Bruno. Don't come back with any sausages.
So we have...
I think we just lost 50% of our viewership as well with Bruno gone.
Yeah.
I mean, we've at least lost 4chan.
Yeah.
It's all right. We're about to add some panelists.
Yes, that's what we're doing.
That's what we're doing.
next.
Let's
All
get to
right then,
that.
guys. So when we come back is, of course, going to be the grand finals, but we're going to have a little 20-minute break, but we won't leave you. We're going to go away for a moment, and when we come back, we'll be doing interviews with some of the players that have participated in the International 2012. So we'll be right back after this.
So it's kind of a ghetto setup. My landowner here, he had a table that I